that my potential customers interact with my business, and it's lies. I just don't see myself saying, you know what, it's corny for me to clear that up, because again, it's not back and forth, it's truth and lies. Every single time you put smut on my jacket, I got to let my people know it's not smut on my jacket until they start to come out and say, nah, we know it's no smut on this jacket and we know that trick. For you and you and Mall's situation, it seems like the other side has been able to kick up a lot of dust and no one's been able to really say, hey, I don't know about that. Like that maybe don't sound right. Even I didn't see traction, and I'm gonna let you talk. I didn't see traction even what you say the whole baby thing when you're like, yo, the timeline don't match up. It just died. It's like that was literally something that it just died.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I said,
but that what I was about to say, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
My next thing I was gonna say was, Loon, I got my feelings. And I'm someone that will admit I get in my feelings. I know everyone wants to be this fucking tough guy that they control. Nah, sometimes I get in my fucking feelings and I say shit. Things, It's not playing victim. I was just hurt at the fucking time about some specific shit. I told the truth for a little bit on a big platform, got a lot of views. Didn't change the narrative.
Didn't change it at all.
So I regretted even telling the truth, and that's kind of my point on why it proved to myself in some degree that I've been right the entire time of not addressing shit. Because look what happens when I told the truth.
Let's talk about
that. Shit didn't matter. Like you can add up dates in a calendar. I didn't create how the fucking earth moves.
Right.
That was the biggest lie on earth.
Yeah. And
that should make you wonder about everything else. Like, but I left it alone and I regretted it after that happened. I felt good from a mental health perspective, getting that out of me.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But when the internet shit, I was like, oh, see what happens? Like, you can tell the truth, and instead of listening to the facts, it's, yo, he's mad, hurt. Why he's still talking about that? I said, I'm not talking about it.
And you got to ignore that. You got to ignore that because those are his stands.
Of course.
They have people on each side. I have people. Trap Lord Ross has people. Like, Trap Lord Ross people was upset at me when Trap Lord Ross...
episode, by the way.
Appreciate it. When he admitted on there, Loon, you're right, 100 fucking times. And his fans came under there and said, yo, man, you don't like him because he white. You just don't want him talking about black culture.
He legitimately said, you know what? I think I am obsessed.
So what more can we do?
And I guess that's kind of my point. When
now,
I want to tell the truth, because it's like, the truth does not matter in this. This is entertainment.
Now, here's what I say to
entertainment. So they can be better at lies with entertainment. So maybe I don't want to hang in that world.
But you're in it, and you're making money.
No. See, that's what we need to address, because I've seen a lot of those comments after like the few things I have said, like, oh, you're not built for this podcast shit. No, y'all are trying to make podcasting one thing, and now you're devaluing the entire space. Matter of fact, the biggest podcast in the world is not this salacious bullshit that we do.
I don't do it.
Not even remotely close as far as dollars and impact is with this salacious fucking back and forth internet thug bullshit y'all do. So no, I'm not built for this back and forth who can yell lies to their friends.
Is that what he's saying though? That's what
the fans are all. I'm saying more for the fan.
But when he said it in particular, you guys are not built for this.
I wanted to talk about something. I wanted to address something that came up in my Serato or my YouTube algorithm. Big Loon. Okay, we're back talking about this guy. He stirs up the algorithm, not better than anybody I know. Shit, I stir up the algorithm better than him if you ask me. But he finds a way to stir up the algorithm by being able to interview these people that are gonna turn it up. Charlamagne the God, Rory, Mall. You know, when you get those names and you start asking them questions about their ops being the Joe Buddens of the world, you're gonna stir up the fucking algorithm. So he pops back up in my algorithm with a Rory interview. And I'm like, okay, what are these guys talking about? Absolutely fucking nothing. And it's all a fucking ploy just to get you to sign up for his funky ass Patreon that ain't even doing that well right now. He's just been exposed for botting his Instagram and also might be botting his Patreon as well. I mean, they're literally exposing this fucker for having fake followers and fake views. Now, whatever you feel like doing to put yourself on the map, that's on you. If you feel like saying, saying, hey, I need to inflate these numbers so I look like I'm actually popping out here, when in actuality, I'm really not. And so if it works, it worked, and it fucking worked. He pulled the wool over fucking Charlamagne's eyes. Charlamagne has signed this nigga to the Black Effect Network, thinking he might bring some traction to that fucking podcast network. And Charlamagne, the only traction he's bringing is paid bots, bro. That's the God honest truth. And I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of seeing him. He's gaslighting situations, but not really giving us the shit that we want. Like, come on, bro. And I'm not fucking paying for your funky ass Patreon. Look, I'll pay for Joe's Patreon because he's gonna give me some fucking content. But your Patreon, Rory and Mall's Patreon, no. Y'all don't give content. Y'all don't get into the shits. Y'all don't have the good guests. No, Big Loon. No, I'm done. And they don't say anything new. Like, we've heard Rory talk about this whole you didn't invite me to the baby shower bullshit for fucking all year now. And I'm like, bro, what does that matter to the contract negotiations? That's all I'm asking. Just because Joe didn't invite you to his fucking baby shower didn't have anything to do with y'all contract. It had a lot to do with how he felt about personally, but the money, you just use that as a reason to say, hey, fuck this nigga, let's figure out what he's making off of us. And at the end of the day, you found out what you found out, you did what you did, y'all parted ways, and now Joe is for some reason still shooting up, and you guys shot up for a minute and, you know, pedaled out, unfortunately. Boring podcast to listen to at the moment. The guests that y'all have on there aren't really the coolest of the bunch, to be honest. I mean, you'll get a legacy act or some other fucker that no one cares about, and that's how you'll work. But at the same time, man, I just feel sorry for Rory and Mall, because I like Mall. I like Rory, but, you know, they're just pimping their podcasts out. They're doing what everybody else is doing at the moment, and I can't be mad at them for that. Look, do what you gotta do. That's where your money's coming in. That's where your fucking money's coming in. But God, I swear my ears get raped with ads when I listen to them and $1 million worth of game. I'm just being honest with you. Anyways, I went on that whole soliloquy and rant just to ask you guys what you think about Big Loon. Rory doing an interview with Big Loon. What he had to say in the interview. Are you gonna sign up to Big Loon's Patreon to see the full thing? Or should this nigga be smarter, build his fucking audience on YouTube, give us the fucking shit so you could get subscribers, and then now you have a track record of giving us the shit, and now when you say, hey, I got more shit on Patreon that y'all might fuck with, then yeah, we might subscribe. No, you're not about to oh, I got Rory going in on Joe, I got Maul going in on Joe, I got Charlamagne going in on Joe, just sign up to my Patreon. No, I am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV. Peace.